Welcome back, determined spirits and aspiring climbers, to Nature's Whispers, English Adventures in the Wild. I'm Elena, your guide, and today we face perhaps our most formidable and awe-inspiring challenge yet. We've explored the quiet forest, felt the raw power of the waterfall, gazed into the infinite night sky, and followed the life-giving journey of a river. Each landscape has offered its unique lesson, its own whispered secret. Today we turn our gaze upwards towards the colossal, enduring guardians of our planet. We are about to embark on an ascent, a journey not just over ground but upwards into the very sky. We will climb towards the mountain's silent majesty, a narrative that will push our limits, reward our perseverance, and ultimately offer a perspective unlike any other. This journey promises not a rush of adrenaline, but a steady, grueling effort, culminating in a profound sense of triumph and an unparalleled vista. Prepare to feel the burn in your muscles, the thinness of the air, and the overwhelming silence that reigns supreme at the roof of the world. Let's begin our ascent. Imagine the dawn breaking at the base of a truly magnificent mountain. It doesn't merely rise, it looms, a colossal sentinel of rock and ice, its peaks often shrouded in a veil of ethereal mist or kissed by the first golden light of morning. The foothills around you are relatively gentle, rolling green hills blanketed in lush, vibrant vegetation, dotted with hardy evergreen trees. The air here is fresh, carrying the scent of pine and damp earth, a familiar comfort before the true challenge begins. You can feel the mountain's magnetic pull, a silent invitation to test your strength, to reach for something higher. There's a palpable sense of anticipation, a quiet hum of excitement mingled with the respectful awareness of the colossal undertaking ahead. You lace your boots tightly, check your pack, and take a deep, bracing breath. The initial path is clear, winding through a dense forest that clings to the lower slopes. The trees here are tall and strong, their gnarled branches intertwined, forming a protective, cool canopy above. Sunlight filters through in dappled patches, creating shifting patterns on the forest floor, which is a soft carpet of decaying leaves and moss. The air is humid, rich with the earthy smell of damp soil and the sweet perfume of unseen wildflowers. Your footsteps are muted, a soft crunching sound on the forest debris, as you begin the steady, rhythmic incline. The climb begins deceptively easy, but the constant upward push soon makes its presence known. Your breath deepens, your leg muscles begin to feel the familiar strain. The sounds of the lower mountain are still present, the cheerful chirping of unseen birds, the rustle of a squirrel in the undergrowth, the distant murmur of a hidden stream. But gradually these sounds begin to recede, replaced by the more prominent rhythm of your own exertion. The steady thud of your boots, the controlled rhythm of your breathing, perhaps a soft whistle of air past your ears. It's a primal rhythm connecting you to the very act of moving upwards. As you ascend, the forest subtly begins to change. The trees, though still numerous, become less dense, and their forms grow more stunted and resilient, clear indicators of the harsher conditions they endure. The path becomes increasingly rugged, no longer a clear, well-trodden track, but a series of uneven steps over exposed roots, loose rocks, and patches of shifting scree. You have to place each foot with deliberate care, focusing on balance and stability. The air grows noticeably cooler and a crispness enters it, sharper than before. Suddenly, a break in the trees reveals your first true vista. Below you, the world stretches out, a vast green and brown tapestry. Distant valleys appear as mere depressions, and the winding river you explored in our last episode looks like a thin, silver ribbon. This first glimpse of perspective is invigorating, a powerful confirmation that your efforts are paying off, that you are truly gaining altitude, rising above the familiar. The wind, which was merely a gentle breeze lower down, now carries a more distinct, colder edge, rustling through the increasingly sparse foliage with a more insistent whisper. Beyond the treeline, the landscape transforms dramatically. The last hardy, wind-battered pines give way to an almost entirely rocky expanse. Here life clings on in the most tenacious ways. Patches of hardy, vibrant green moss cling to the cold stone, and tiny, surprisingly bright alpine flowers burst forth from crevices, defiant splashes of color against the monochrome gray and brown. The ground is a treacherous mix of solid rock face and loose scree, demanding careful footing. Every step feels like a deliberate choice, a test of will against the unforgiving terrain. This is where the true silence of the mountain begins to settle. The sounds of forest life are entirely gone. The wind is now the dominant voice, a constant, often powerful howl or whistle as it whips around the exposed peaks and ridges. The only other sounds are your own ragged breath, the rhythmic crunch of your boots on gravel, or perhaps the dislodged rattle of a tiny pebble cascading down a distant slope. It's a silence that isn't empty but profound, filled with the immensity of the space around you. You feel utterly exposed, vulnerable to the raw elements, yet strangely invigorated by the purity of it all. The air here is thin, making each breath a conscious effort, a burning sensation in your lungs, but it is also exhilaratingly pure, crisp and clean. As you push higher, the views become truly panoramic. Below you, clouds begin to drift, swirling masses of white that feel almost within reach, like soft, ethereal oceans. Distant mountain ranges, previously obscured by the immediate landscape, now appear as undulating waves on the horizon, their peaks shimmering faintly in the increasingly sharp sunlight. The world is laid out beneath you, a vast, complex map drawn by nature's hand. The colors are sharper, the light almost blindingly clear, giving every rock and distant feature an incredible definition. The physical challenge intensifies. Your leg muscles ache, your breath comes in short, quick gasps. Every meter gained feels like a hard-won victory. This is not just a test of physical endurance. It's a profound mental battle. The desire to stop, to rest, can be overwhelming. But the knowledge that the summit is within reach, the sheer beauty unfolding around you, and the innate human drive to overcome obstacles, propels you forward. Each slow, deliberate step is a testament to perseverance, to the quiet strength that lies within. The wind whips at your clothes, a constant companion, sometimes pushing, sometimes resisting. And then the moment arrives. After what feels like an eternity of effort, your foot finds purchase on the highest point. You have reached the summit. The feeling is indescribable. A surge of elation, a wave of profound relief, and a deep, quiet sense of triumph. The exhaustion is still there, a physical reminder of the journey, but it is overshadowed by an overwhelming sense of accomplishment. You stand at the roof of the world, literally above the clouds, which now often float beneath you like a soft, cottony sea. The breathtaking view unfolds in a full 360-degree panorama. Mountains stretch in every direction, an endless succession of jagged peaks and deep valleys, their forms softened by distance into undulating waves of rock. The sky overhead is an impossibly deep, vibrant blue, darker and more intense than you've ever seen it, a cosmic canopy of pure color. The sun, even at this altitude, feels intensely strong, its rays painting the world in stark contrasts of brilliant light and profound shadow. The silence here is absolute, broken only by the persistent, unceasing howl of the wind, a raw, untamed sound that seems to speak of the mountain's ancient wisdom. There are no birds, no insects, no rustling leaves, just the majestic elemental silence of rock and air. It's a silence that humbles you, stripping away all triviality, leaving you with a powerful sense of your own smallness in the face of such vastness, yet simultaneously a feeling of immense connection to the Earth's raw, powerful core. From this incredible vantage point, your daily worries, your anxieties, seem to shrink into utter insignificance. They are as tiny and inconsequential as the distant ant trails on the forest floor below. You gain a profound perspective, a clarity that only such heights can provide. It's a moment of deep introspection, of connection to something larger than yourself, a feeling of being utterly present and alive. Time seems to slow, to expand, allowing you to absorb every detail of this magnificent achievement. You stand there for a long time, simply breathing, simply being. The cold air, while biting, is invigorating, purifying. The sun warms your face, a welcome counterpoint. This is the reward for every aching muscle, every gasping breath. This moment of pure, untainted awe. The mountain has tested you, pushed you, and in doing so has revealed a strength within you that you might not have known existed. It's a silent, powerful teacher, and its lesson is perseverance, humility, and the unparalleled beauty that lies at the end of a determined journey. As you finally begin your descent, a quiet sense of contentment settles over you. The views are still spectacular, but now seen with a new appreciation, a familiarity earned through effort. The mountain's silent majesty remains, but now, it feels less like a challenge and more like a wise, ancient friend who has shared a profound secret. You carry the stillness of the summit, the clarity of its view, and the quiet triumph of your ascent with you, an indelible mark on your spirit. Elena. And so, Himanshu, our challenging yet profoundly rewarding journey to the mountain's silent majesty, comes to its conclusion. I hope you felt the strain and the triumph, the thin air and the boundless view as we ascended to the roof of the world. Think about the sheer scale of the mountain. How did its presence make you feel? What words came to mind as you imagined the rugged ascent or the breathtaking panorama from the summit? This journey is a powerful metaphor for life's challenges. The effort, the obstacles, and the immense satisfaction of reaching your own personal peaks. The words we immersed ourselves in today, formidable, colossal, gnarled, dappled, incline, subtle, rhythmic, stunted, resilient, rugged, scree, panoramic, relentless, intense, precise, arduous, summit, celestial, profound, enduring, exhilarating, vastness, humbling, clarity, indelible. These are now imbued with the very essence of a mountain climb. They are connected to the sensation of effort, the reward of a magnificent view, and the quiet wisdom found in high places. Next time you face a challenge or even just see a hill in the distance, recall our journey. Think about the perseverance required, the changing perspective, and the ultimate reward. How can you use these words to describe your own journey of overcoming obstacles? That's how we make English a powerful tool for personal expression and growth. Join me next time on Nature's Whispers, as we transition from the towering peaks to an equally extreme, yet vastly different landscape. We'll be venturing through the desert's shifting sands, exploring its stark beauty and surprising resilience. Thank you for joining me on this profound adventure. Keep listening, keep imagining, and keep letting nature whisper its secrets to you in English.